born into existence for something bigger, meant for greatness. You can find out on Motivation Wednesday on JF. Ladies and gentlemen, good day once again. It's your boy Slaughter on JF. Joba flavored for those that don't know. We're adding more flavor once again this week. We have a label executive. Yes, we do have labels in Eswatini for those that didn't know. I have my good brother here, Mr. Mmely Hlandze of Antidote Music. Mmely, how are you doing, bro?
I'm great. I'm blessed and highly flavored.
I see what you did there. I like that. See, that's what's up. We like people like you that come here and add more flavor, just like you did right there, man.
Yeah.
My
Thank you
man.
for having me.
You're welcome, my man. So, as I said in my opening remarks, you're a label head for Antidote Music. Now, just tell us, who is Antidote Music?
All right. Antidote Music. I am one of 3 directors. It's myself and Sakile Mkonta, who people know as Brains, and Sizo Shope, whom others may know as Didio. So Antidote Music is a record label that started in 2012, born out of a need for us as the Antidotes at that time to release our own music, because we were commissioning a lot of work for other labels at the time, House Africa and Soul Candy in South Africa, and some in the UK, Bopeng, and really we just wanted to follow where the money was going. So in following the money, we saw that, you know what, more than just being a producer or an artist on the other end, there's potential to make more money on the label exec side. You know, there's more potential to monetize the music.
So you saw this gap and just decided to capitalize on it. In a sense.
Yeah, and in it was more of like it's not even like we saw an opportunity or anything. It was really born out of a passion for music. We were intrigued. We wanted to know more, and it's only in doing more that we realized actually there's opportunity here. There's something here.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic, my man. No, awesome stuff right there. See, I like the fact that you guys were already doing something before you even decided to create your own thing. So I think that's one key point we can take away from, individuals on the move, in a sense that in order for you to get to somewhere, you need to be already moving. You can't necessarily just always be waiting for the bus at the bus stop.
True.
Better yet, let it find you, or let a lift find you while you're already on your way to success. That's what's up. Now, I love that, my man. So, being a label executive, I'm sure you've worked with so many characters, such and such, and to a point that I believe that people tend to have, aspiring artists rather, tend to have a certain view about labels. The fact that, they're so eager to get signed with the label and whatnot, then only to discover later on that it's not necessarily what they thought it was. And so, have you experienced any such challenges, or what are the common misgivings that people tend to have pertaining to
around labels? I think the biggest one is that people view labels as this machine that will automate everything for you. It's like a plug and play sort of a thing. When it actually doesn't work like that. Firstly, a label helps you to facilitate, or rather, a label empowers you. So if you understand the principle of empowerment is to add to whatever you're doing. So people usually send us music and expect that once they just send us music, everything's going to be automatic. They'll automatically be released, and they'll automatically make it onto charts, and then they'll automatically get booked. And, when in actual sense, a label is just like a catalyst, really. And in some instances, you may not need that catalyst. You can be driven on your own. We live in a world of independence nowadays. You can do things yourself. You can teach yourself, like we taught ourselves how to become a label. You can become your own label. It's not easy, of course. I think once people get over that that mentality, that instant mentality, that microwave mentality. Say things just happen. Things
Right here, right now.
Yeah, things don't work like that. And
Yeah.
in some instances, as labels, it's unfortunate that sometimes people get to listen to the music, but we never get to tell them the story behind the music.
True.
We'll release an EP by a certain artist of ours, and people will be like, "Hey, this is good. It's hot." I'll be like, "This is 2 years in the making."
Exactly.
And they're like, "What do you mean this is 2 years?" I'm like, literally, this has been 2 years in the making.
That one I know all too well, my man. I know that all too well because there are certain procedures that labels need to go through, and I'm sure it's sort of, I even liken it to a timetable in the sense that with these various artists that we have in the roster, not everyone can get released all at once. If we have a set time that, okay, in March, for example, we have Secret Souls. In September, we have Souks. In January next year, we have Ganda. And then you today send your demo and expect it to be released next week. Yeah, well, and then get mad is not necessarily a good thing because there are procedures that need to be gone through. So yes, guys who are listening, please be advised that there are processes to these things. Where you don't understand, do ask, because we are there to share knowledge. Label heads are there to share knowledge and give advice where necessary. What are the most craziest requests you've had? Because I'm sure with the demos that come through and whatnot, you get guys then texting you next week, like, say, dude, my track, what kind?
Hey, we get a whole lot of crazy requests from different parties, from artists trying to send their demos, from people in the industry themselves, we get a request from can you please, we once had a time where someone sent us a demo and we gave them feedback to say, listen, this really doesn't cut it, but in a constructive way to say, maybe if you could try do this and fix that. And like, okay, could I maybe send you the project file so you could edit
do it
like I do it? So now I'm co-producing, or like we're co-producing. Wow. So that has to be one of the craziest ones. What's another one? Another one was when, email etiquette. Someone just sent an email, no subject, no body, just an attachment, and it's like done. And then they went on to Facebook a few weeks later to inbox the page, and they're like, I sent you guys a demo and you didn't respond.
Like, which one?
Blah, blah, blah.
Who are you?
But when you send emails, you don't know how many emails we get a day. Dude. We have different, folders. So put some subject matter onto it. Say demo submission, so that I put that into the demos folder. So that when I revise the demos and I'm listening, I know that, this is the demo that they sent. If you don't put any subject matter, I'll ignore, because
get lost.
We get spammed as well. So
yeah, I feel you. Nice. No, that was a crazy request. That first one, man. When someone said, "Hey, please edit for me." What
happens?
I know it's crazy. Okay. Looking at the fact that you guys have been around for 7 years now, this year, I think it's key to reinvent yourself constantly in order to keep up with the pace. And I see just recently you came up with Antidote Indie.
Yeah,
which is basically an off-ramp of Antidote music.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked that up. A lot of people are confused. What is Antidote Indie and whatnot? But basically, Antidote Indies is our attempt at growing, our attempt at stepping out of what has been our normal for the past 7 years. We have done a lot in house music, both in the country and more so outside of the country. We have managed to break through artists locally and outside, artists like your Souks, artists like Secret Souls, ourselves as the Antidotes, and artists that we're working on right now. So we just felt like we are very much in an autopilot mode, and this machine can run itself. So with Antidote Indie, we wanted to do more, because one of the things that we saw is that there is a lot of talent in Swaziland.
True.
And it's so much. It's like it's crazy. There's a lot of talent, and there's not enough structures, not enough people, not enough resources to help break that talent. So like let's basically replicate the formula we did for house music, but now for other genres. So Antidote Indie is for all genres, firstly, and now we're focusing more on the management side of things as well, because we believe we're moving into a world where music is losing its monetary value in terms of like the purchasing of music. Music is now becoming more on demand, subscription based, streaming based. So there really is no money in selling music anymore. So we want to help artists create brands so that they can leverage their brand value to make money that way, be it through getting more gigs and getting paid a certain amount because people see value in the brand, or be it endorsements, yes, merchandising. Because in essence, when you go and you buy a t-shirt, say for example, Casper on your vest, you really are not buying the t-shirt, you are buying the brand, the fact that it's written Casper on your vest. So similar approach for our artists as well, but in all genres. First project, Mzwa's EP, Right on Time. Hey, it couldn't have been more right on time. It like literally came at the right time, and at a time when, besides us, there's just a collective wave happening around the music industry in Swaziland. Actually, the creative arts industry. You can see a lot of movement forward. So we wanted to be part of that. We wanted to contribute. And yeah, there's more coming. Antidote Indie, there is a lot. We have a hip hop project on the way. We have an Afro soul project on the way. We also want to tap into gospel soon.
Very nice.
Everything, in essence, everything.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, man. We look forward to such greatness. Greatness. Now, just some parting words, basically, or some advice to the youngins. And the oldens, because everyone has an equal opportunity to make something of themselves in whatever that they do. What is your advice, of course, to those who are still working on their brands, trying to grow?
Firstly, you start where you are and with what you have.
Amen.
That's all you can ever do, really. Secondly, know that your reward for overcoming your current challenge is your next challenge. Life is just all about challenges, and that's what you need to do. You get over this challenge so that you can move on to the next one. Thirdly, premeditate your success. Success is not like a thing you just wake up and have. You premeditate it and you plan it, which brings me to like 5 P's approach that I usually have towards anything, and I try to share this with my artists as we do artist development as well. So as I was talking about premeditation, that's the planning, that's the first P. You plan everything. You plan to succeed in life. It is never by mistake. So planning, definitely. Second P is practice. Practice. 10,000 hour rule. If those who know the 10,000 hour rule, they know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can check it out. And the third P is passion. Passion is what keeps you motivated. It's what makes you do it even when things are not going in your favor. So if you lack motivation, maybe you're not passionate about that thing. Find your passion. Your passion will keep you motivated. The fourth P, patience. You need to be very patient. Things don't work in your own time. Sometimes, well, most likely all of the time, God has his own plan, and his plan is always better than your own. So you need to be patient with what you're doing, but active patience, not passive patience. And then it brings me to the last P, is perseverance, or persistence, or tenacity, or determination, whatever you want to call it. But that will to keep on knocking on doors even when they close that door in your face. You go back, you collect yourself, you work again, you go back tomorrow, you knock again.
My man.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, no, that was deep stuff right there. Labanendlebe. Sebavit.
Amen.
Labanendlebe. So yes, guys, you plan, you practice,
Yep.
and then you're passionate about what you do.
Yep.
then of course
Be
you are
patient.
patient. At the end of it all, persevere in everything.
Exactly.
And
you will never go wrong with those.
You'll do the most. Thank you so much, Mr. Hlandze.
Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mmely Hlandze, co-owner of Antidote Music, aka on the side Antidote Indie.
Yeah. No, we antidote.
Still antidote.
You must know whether it's antidote, whatever, because we're still going to grow.
Exactly. So, guys, it's been a wonderful time here at JF. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do have a splendid morning, afternoon, or evening, depending, of course, at what time you listen to the program. Do have a lovely day. Be blessed. We love you. Joba flavored. Add more flavor.